some creators in certain niches will get more opportunities than you. Now that's something that a lot of people do not understand. But if you are, for example, in lifestyle, if you are in beauty, if you are in fashion, if you are in entertainment, like you dancing, you creating music, you're a DJ, if that is your niche rather, then chances of you getting more engagement and chances of you getting more opportunities are higher than a person who is maybe like a development creator or a spiritual creator, things like that. So some creators will get more opportunities because of the niche that they are in. If a niche is in demand in the space that you are in, then there will be more opportunities for those people and not so much for certain type of creators. And that is something that you have to be aware of. If maybe you want to go into content creation, or if you're still starting out and maybe you're not seeing the growth that you desire, it will come, the growth will come, but it might take you longer to get to the stage that you want to be in compared to other people that are in certain niches that are in demand in the space or in the country that you are in. Authenticity is truly the best currency for social media if really you want to succeed. If you constantly copying another person's content, they will figure that out and then they will call you out. And then if you're building your whole brand on something that is not genuine, you will be caught out, and things are just not going to work for you. And if you're really trying to build a solid audience and you want to gain the engagement that you want, it's best to do something that is true to you, something that you feel comfortable with, something that you feel is adding value to the people that are watching your content. And this one is very, very important. Yes, you're still starting out. Yes, you're eager to work with different brands. Yes, you're excited with the little growth that you are getting. Yes, now you're getting exposed to certain things and you're getting certain people following you and whatnot. That is good. And you'll get different brands that are now approaching you. That is good. But, my love, do not let your hunger, do not let your desperation to work with brands jeopardize your future opportunities. What do I mean by that? For example, if you want to portray yourself in a certain light, then everything that you do must be aligned to that light. It must be aligned to the brand that you're trying to push. And I remember TD Jakes explained it beautifully. He said, a brand is a promise of what people get when they get you. So now you're building this brand of yours. Do not now take an opportunity that is in complete contradiction to the brand that you're trying to build. Do not take opportunities that are not aligned to the things that you value, things that are not authentic to you, things that oppose everything that you stand for. That doesn't make any sense. If, for example, you are a Christian-based creator, you can't be promoting a strip club, and I don't think that you should be promoting things like alcohol, so certain brands, sometimes you'll be tested. You will get big brands, you'll get alcohol brands, you will get huge brands, but they will not be in alignment to what you stand for, and you have to respectfully decline. Yes, it won't be easy, but you are also thinking about your future. You don't want to take one opportunity that's going to mess up every other opportunity that you are going to be exposed to, just because you want the bag now, just because you want the exposure now. Do something that is true to you, do something that is true to your brand. And if you're planning on entering the content creator space, know that sometimes it's going to take so much time for you to get to the position that you desire, especially if you're within a certain niche. It's not going to pop off the way that it does for other people. Sometimes it's going to take 6 months for other people. It might take you 6 years. Now, we don't want it to take 6 years. Obviously, that's not a nice process, but there's a lot of growth and there's a lot of learnings in that process. However, it would be nicer if it took not so long to get to the position that you want. But the reality is, you're not going to grow at the same pace as every other creator. Growth pace will be different from mine, and mine will be different from another person's. So things, they differ. We're not always going to have the same growth at the same pace. So you need to understand that you have to like the content that you produce. If you don't like it and you don't identify with it, chances of you growing and chances of you succeeding are very slim, because you in yourself, don't even like what you're doing. So you have to love content creation, and you have to love the topics that you touch on. And yeah, it's a very important thing that I needed to add. You have to like what you're doing. You have to like the type of content that you produce. Okay. Oh, and also, this is a very important point that I want to get across. You cannot only rely on one social media account. Okay, if you have, for example, found success in TikTok, now you have to move to Instagram, now you have to move to YouTube, and you set up your camp there, because you never know, you might lose your account. Not so long ago, American people, TikTok was banned, and if people had only one account on TikTok and they didn't move their audience to YouTube or move their audience to Instagram, it was going to create problems for them, especially if that is their way of living. They make money through content creation. So you have to have your audience on different platforms. I actually like YouTube. I like it a lot because you can monetize. In South Africa, we don't have a content creator fund, so that's not nice. But yeah, it's not nice. So the best option for you is YouTube, because you can monetize and you get paid well if you are consistent, obviously. But it's best that you not only be present on one platform, but you need to be on other platforms. So those are some of the things that I have learned, and some of the things that I'm continuously learning by being exposed to social media. It is a very cool space to be in. There's a lot that you're learning. There's a lot of creativity behind it. There's a lot of stress. And also another thing, comments. You need to engage with people in your comments, but you also need to be selective. Sometimes you'll post a video, people will speak from the side of their neck and say things that are just out of pocket, things that don't make any sense. But you just need to be very selective with the comments that you engage with. But you have to engage with the comment section if you want your content to be pushed forward by the algorithm, or else it's just, yeah. I've been active on social media for more than 3 years now, and I have been exposed to so many sick things and so many sick people and so many sick requests. It is overwhelming. I didn't expect it. I wasn't prepared for it. But because I have a good foundation from home, and because I have a good set of morals and values, I'm able to navigate all of that. And really, if you do not have those things in order, you will be taken advantage of. I'm overwhelmed by the number of people that are in the DMs, not just ordinary day-to-day people. I'm talking about people that have high political profiles, people that are DJs, people that are actors. There is an overwhelming number of predators on social media. An overwhelming number that I was not expecting. People want to promise you heaven and earth and everything in between, just so that they can get a piece of you. It's somewhat of a traumatizing experience seeing who is in the DMs. So that's one of the things that that social media has exposed. So those are some of the things that I wanted to share.